it'd be interesting to check out one of the main industries in Mohe. Most of the locals here used to work in the logging industry or have jobs related to products derived from the forest, but in recent times, many have moved to tourism-related jobs. I was told that they have greatly reduced lumber production in order to avoid overexploitation of the forest, and in 2009 invested more than 487 million RMB in environmental protection.
This is amazing. Do you see how big these logs are? I can't even imagine how they carry these things down from the mountain. They're just rows and rows and rows of them. It's like huge mountains of logs. If you look closer, you can even see how old these logs are. Hey, look here.
While it's a great pity that these trees need to be felled, I was happy to learn that many more trees are replanted for every one that is taken from the forest.
You know, it's really amazing, like how old these trees are. 200, 300 years old, and you get a log this big. It kind of makes you think about the paper you use every day, doesn't it? Keep really quiet. Oh, feel it. It's such a surreal feeling just going through this. Right? You're surrounded by giant logs on both sides, and you're walking through this corridor of logs. Just listen to your footsteps. It's nice. Ni hao.
你好，
我是马少。你好，你叫什么？
我叫王守忠。
王守忠是吧？哦，你好，我坐一下干嘛？
行。
好。你在这干活几年了？
干活得20来年了吧？
哇，是每天1年365天吗？
不得，都是冬天。
冬天。
冬天10月份到3月份吧，这个季节。
这个细的。
哎，对。
100年多啊？
没有100年，这细的也得20、30年的，那粗的都得70、80年，100多年。
哦。如果你们锯树怎么样锯树的？
一个锯手，一个扛枝杆的。
嗯。然后呢？
这锯手锯方树吧，必须往一个方向走。
哦，一个方向走是吗？你们有喊的吗？
有喊的。
听一下。
顺山倒了。
狮山什么？
倒了。
狮山倒了，我这样英语的 ，OK。Timber。挺好的。挺好的。In the past, Mohe was known for its gold, and a lot of people from many different countries would come here just to pan for gold. And Mr. Chai here, Chai Shifu, is going to show me how it's done and teach me about its history and, well, everything about gold.
There are many local legends telling of how gold was first discovered here. The most popular concerns a Russian who was trying to bury his dead horse. While digging the grave, he discovered gold. Another version involves a gold nugget found in the belly of a duck. Anyway, however gold was discovered in 1860, people flocked here from all over the world in the hope of finding their fortune. At the Li Jinyong Ancestral Temple, you'll be able to see the old tools used for panning gold back then, and you'll also find out a little bit about Li Jinyong himself, a government official sent to Heilongjiang in 1887 to establish the Mohe gold mine. Having sent some infiltrating Russians packing, Li turned the mine into the most successful gold mine in China at the time. Since then, a total of 300 tons of gold has been found in the area. In his younger days, Mr. Chai was the chairman of the Mohe gold mine, and he takes me to the place where the gold panners would rest after spending many hours in the shallow waters of the Heilongjiang River. You can still make out the remains of the makeshift homes here.
俄罗斯当时就苏联没解体之前，苏联人在这块采金最多。到下边看一看，这里头的人当时住的那个条件啊。这个就是搁石头砌的，转圈砌的墙。砌墙之后，上面扒桦树皮。说人们白天下矿体去采金儿，上那边，晚上回来就到这住，连做饭带吃饭。大概这一个屋也得住10几个人。 就这一个小，就这一个小的院子。北山上大概10米8米就有一个，北山上也不少。这块前面这个还有，这前面这都是。
如果冷的时候，他们怎么样采金子？
天都最冷的时候，他才能采金儿；天都不冷的时候还不能采金儿。
为什么？
这种金子呢，必须得冬天采。什么原因？夏天上水，挖下一个坑，在那坑里往出掏沙子，从这沙子往出里拿金儿。 所以夏天上水就不好办。
冬天时候是零下40多度，他们受不了。
冬天，都不穿棉袄就可以干，尽管天那么冷呢，一干起活了，天那也就不冷了。
Being here, it's not that difficult to imagine the hardships the gold panners in Mohe faced. It brings to mind the 49ers of the Californian gold rush, both being places where dreams were made, but more often dashed. Panning for gold on a cold, rainy, or winter's day probably wasn't the most ideal circumstance the men of the past would have wanted to find themselves in. But knowing that my survival doesn't depend on finding gold, I'm more than happy to brave the weather. In the past, Yeonju-go was the gold production base, but nowadays, tourists can come here to experience their own gold rush. And if you have a little patience and ample luck, you might just find your own fortune here.
这个非常清楚吧？可能能看到吧？对啊，能看到啊。这有几个这还有几个。哇。也行，也挺好。
Do you see how small this is? How many of these would you need to make a ring? It's tiny. When most people come to Mohe, what they want is to go to the Northern Polar Village. It's about a 1.5-hour drive from Mohe town, but it's there that you'll be able to see the Northern Lights. Well, hopefully see the Northern Lights. You can either go by a bus or you can hire a car and drive up there, you know, through great landscape, forest, and beautiful mountains. So it's a really nice drive. Over the course of the 1.5-hour drive, you'll be tempted to get out of the car, breathe in some fresh air, and take a closer look at the natural surroundings. But if you're a smoker, don't even think of lighting up. It caused a great fire once, and you wouldn't want to be the cause of another. This is so beautiful. Look, it's bark from the white birch tree, and a lot of the locals here use it to make these beautiful pictures. Okay, so here's something that I wasn't even going to attempt in the forest, but some of the local guys told me that the birch bark catches fire incredibly quickly, so it's often used to light a fire in the stoves at home. These birch bark pictures are a pretty good souvenir to take home, so it's definitely something worth considering. Okay, I recognize the characters Bei and Chun, so I'm guessing that I'm at the right place and we're at Beijichun, the North Pole village. I'm finally here. Beijichun-ko. Okay, that's good to know that I've arrived at the right place. But even if I hadn't, well, I'm being surrounded by timber houses and wide open blue skies. So, you know, it's not such a bad thing even if I did get it wrong. Hi, 能带上我去吗？你走前面吗？你走前面吗？啊，好好。哎，谢谢。This is what you call alternative transport. 那我们自己走这边是吗？好，走这边是吗？ The people in this village are really nice. I just asked him if he knew where I wanted to go, and he was just like, "Yeah, I know the way to that place. I'll take you." And he's transporting earth at the moment, so I'm like, "All right, you know, we'll just jump on the truck-like thing and go."
The most important thing to do when you get here is to find the spot that marks the most northerly point in Mohe, and therefore in China. You'll be happy to know that from the village, it's an easy walk across the grassland to this point. You can't journey this far and not prove that you've made it, especially if you opted for the 20-hour train journey from Harbin. And you'll even find a map indicating how far Mohe is from major cities in China.
Sure, you can walk from Beijing to Mohe. It's only 1,568 kilometers if you're up to the task. This point here, though, where I'm standing, this is the most northern tip of China. You're at the north of the north.
I'd found and stood at the most northerly point in China, but there's no way I'm going to leave without exploring the village. Otherwise, it'd be like going to the North Pole and not taking a look around. Now, I hear that it's a tiny village, but there's no place too big or too small for Travelogue to explore. So join me in the next episode as I continue to journey through Mohe in the hope of seeing the Northern Lights.